Do you believe in dinosaurs? You got all choked up. I wonder why.
Choked up? No, I
Yeah,
never got choked up.
yeah, you got all choked up and you threw me off.
I have no idea
Right,
what
'cause
you're
you know
talking about.
dinosaurs don't exist. They never did. It's a big lie.
They did, and cladistically, birds are
No,
dinosaurs. So
they didn't. That's fake science. You know,
I
you know
kind
it's
of
fake.
doubt that you even know what science is.
You know what science is? What do you know?
Yes,
You don't
I
know anything.
well, I don't know anything.
Yeah, it seems like it. You just make shit up. And if you don't like what
Make
you
shit
hear,
up.
you call
Okay.
people off your live stream. So
Okay.
that's a coward.
So could you describe what science is?
Science is the invention of man.
It
That's what
is
science
an
is.
invention by man, but
Right,
that's not what science is.
right. Then you have science fiction that's classified
Okay,
as
so
science.
you don't know what science is,
I
right?
just
So
explained.
you came in here and you said it's fake science, but you don't even know what science is.
I
So
just said science is the
for you to
invention of
tell people
man.
what is and is not science when you don't have the ability to even define or describe it in any way at all
What do you mean?
is
I just said
really really bizarre.
science is the invention of man.
Toasters are an invention of man.
That's
There,
science.
with that information, could you build or draw or invent a toaster yourself? You could not, could you? Because we haven't
I'm
actually
not an engineer.
described the thing in any meaningful way. So go ahead and tell
I'm
us
not an
what science
engineer.
is. For the
I
record, you
just told
can't,
you.
but go ahead and try to tell us what science is.
I already said it. Science is the invention of man. Man
Yeah,
invents
that's not what
science.
science. So, okay, you must not have been paying attention. Toasters are also an invention of man, but the statement, a toaster is an invention of man, doesn't actually describe what a toaster is. It doesn't allow anybody to explain or to understand what the thing is. You couldn't make one with those instructions. You couldn't draw one for somebody that had never seen one before. Somebody that had never seen one before could not go back to their group of people and be like, "Hey, toasters are an invention of man." And then everybody would be like, "Oh yeah, let's make one." So
Yeah,
again, you haven't
but where
actually described anything.
but
So you made the very
toasters,
specific claim that I believe in like fake science or I peddle fake
right,
science. So
toasters are
in order for anybody to take your claim seriously, you need to demonstrate that you actually know what you're
well,
talking
if you
about.
let somebody
So
speak,
describe what
let's let
science
somebody
is and
speak.
the difference between fake science and real science. Go ahead and do that right now.
Fake science is the ability to write, like Lord of the Rings. If some
You're
people actually
you're an
believe that,
idiot. Just so
you're
you
an
know,
idiot.
you're an actual stupid
See, there
person.
you go. This guy doesn't like what you say,
No, there
and then he
you
calls you an
go.
idiot. Did I call you an
No,
idiot while
it's
you were
just you and
talking? You have
people.
no
It's just
respect.
you and people like you.
Like me, what
So,
about people
like,
like
it sounds
you
like you're talking to the
that believe
audience
in
and you're,
fake
see,
science?
this guy wants to tell you that blah, blah, blah. No, it's just you and people like you.
No,
So,
people like you are creating bullshit. You're trying to make people believe in lies.
such
That's what you
as,
want to do. Such as
such
dinosaurs.
as, yeah,
Dinosaurs,
dinosaurs definitely
moon
existed. So,
landings, evolution,
I have a question. Could you
nuclear
tell us what
bomb.
science is?
I already explained to you, it's man creates science. Who creates
Yeah, and
science?
I explained that man also
Who
creates
writes the
toasters,
journals of
but that doesn't
science?
tell you what a toaster is. So tell us what
It
science
doesn't
is.
matter what a toaster is. Toaster is a tool. It's something invented by
So is
science through
science.
electricity, electronics, engineering that people buy it to make toast.
Why are you talking about toasters?
You brought up toasters, not me.
It was an analogy.
All right,
We're
so I'm
talking about
explaining.
science. Okay. So you haven't described what science is.
Science is the invention of man.
Yeah, that's not a description of science
All right,
because
why don't you
men
tell
have
us what
invented
it
all
is?
kinds of things like toasters and like light bulbs.
Well, that's
Okay.
science.
A toaster, a light bulb, and science are three completely different things, but they all fit under the category of what you just said, an invention by man. So you haven't actually described anything. This is the fifth or sixth time that I've had to make that clear, and yet you still have not come up with anything. How do you
I
seriously live with this? How do you live with this? How are you comfortable knowing nothing and then going around pretending like you know things?
just because you think you know something doesn't mean that I don't know something.
Well, I've given you several opportunities to
You're
demonstrate your
defending
knowledge
your
about what
beliefs.
science is, and you have
You're,
failed catastrophically every single time.
you're defending your beliefs. You believe in science. That's fake.
I
You believe in
haven't actually
nonsense.
defended anything yet. All
You
I've
see,
done
so why
is
you getting
wait
all
for
mad?
you
So
to
why are you
describe
insulting
one
me?
single aspect
You're
of how
insulting
science
me.
works,
So you're
and you
defending
haven't
science.
been able to do it. Yeah, you deserve it.
So do you. Eat what
Deserve
you
what?
sow. You whatever you're telling me, you get it right back.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Better
You
men than you
believe
have
in
tried
somebody
and
that
also
told you
failed, and you
that a
certainly have
creature walked
no shot at success with that.
66 million years ago and created fossil fuels. That's what you believe. That
That
dinosaurs that
dinosaurs are responsible for fossil
for
fuels?
fossil
No,
fuels.
only an idiot would believe that. But
So then why
apparently
would
that
you
is
believe
what
in
you believe. So
dinosaurs?
what does
Why
that
would you
tell us
believe in
about you?
dinosaurs? Then if that's the case, why would you believe in dinosaurs?
We have the physical evidence of
What's
dinosaurs,
the
a
no, you
huge
don't.
amount of it.
Have you ever seen a dinosaur bone?
Yes.
No. No, you haven't. Where?
Yeah, in all kinds of museums.
Those are fake.
How do you know that they're fake? Or are
I
you
know for
just
a fact they're
claiming that
fake.
they're fake?
Next time you go to a museum, ask the curator, these fake bones? She's going to tell you, yeah, they're all fake.
Claiming that they're fake.
Next time you go to a museum, ask the curator, these fake bones? She's going to tell you, yeah, they're all fake.
Claiming that they're fake.
Next time you go to a museum, ask the curator, these fake bones? She's going to tell you, yeah, they're all fake.
Some of them may be
They're
recreations, but they
all
have
fake.
plenty of real ones.
They're
I've seen
all
all
fake.
kinds of them.
You know why you can't touch a dinosaur bone?
I have several fossils. They're in my classroom. I don't have them
Oh, you
here.
might
Oh
have
wait,
a
no.
rock.
I do have a fossil right over there. Do you want to
You
see
may
it?
have a rock. A rock is not the same as a dinosaur bone. I'm sure you have a
Fossils
rock.
are a type of rock. They're
Okay.
chemical sedimentary rocks for the most part.
That's different. That's not a dinosaur bone. I'm sorry. I know
Yeah,
you're
of course
trying
it's not a
hard.
bone. That's not what a fossil is. Oh, see, you don't even know what a fossil is. So
You
a
know what the
fossil is a
fossil
lithified impression of the bone or tissue or whatever it was, because the organic material does not last that long, but it can create a cavity
is.
whereby
Okay.
minerals precipitate out of solution and then take on the form of that thing.
Well, I'm glad you said that because minerals don't last 66 million years.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Well, they don't.
How do you
Carbon
know
does
that?
not exist that long because it's just impossible.
Carbon doesn't exist that long. Well, the fact that Earth is very old and has carbon immediately disproves that claim. So that's
Right,
interesting.
but that has a different type of carbon. That has carbon that has already
What is
uh
carbon, John?
deteriorated.
Go ahead and tell us what carbon is. You couldn't tell us what science is, and now you're going to fail to tell us what carbon is. Go
I'm
ahead.
not feeling anything. I don't claim to be anything. I just say that I don't believe in
You are
dinosaurs.
making claims, and you can't back
I'm
them
saying
up.
I don't
So
believe
what
you
is
can't back it up
carbon?
either. Because I says you've never
What
touched a
is
dinosaur, and you
carbon?
admitted that I'm right. You never touched a dinosaur. You
What
pointed at a rock.
is carbon?
Carbon is like when you get leaves that fall off a tree and they decompose and it becomes like a carbon neutral.
Carbon is like when you step on a leaf?
No, when it decomposes, it turns to
Oh,
carbon.
okay.
Yeah.
That's not what
Ashes
carbon
perfect.
is. Carbon is an element. You can find it on the periodic table. I'll let you. That'll be your homework, John, to figure out
I don't
what
know.
carbon
That's what
actually
God said.
is,
It
so you don't
turns to
sound like
carbon.
such a
It
jackass when
turns
you
to
come on
earth
here and try to
and
say
dirt.
things.
So when you have dinosaurs, when they die, they decompose and their bones deteriorate and just vanish. They don't last for 60 million years.
The bones,
It's
of course
bones.
they don't, but there is a non-zero chance that the bones will leave a cavity in the sediment, and that through chemical sedimentation, through a
Okay,
process of chemical sedimentary rocks, will fill up that space and
but
leave
that's
a
not a
cast
dinosaur bone.
behind of the original material.
But that's not a dinosaur bone. That's a
Never said
cast.
it was, because that's not what
Well, we're talking about
fossils are.
dinosaur bones. We're talking about dinosaur bones. Forget
No,
about
we're talking
fossils.
about dinosaur fossils. And now it seems like you were doubting that fossils even can exist, but now I think you realized
I never
that
said.
fossils actually do exist, and now you changed it to bones. Nope, it was never
I'm
bones, it
talking
was
about
fossils.
dinosaur
So,
bones. You
John, you
said fossil.
changed you moved the
No, you're
goalpost.
you're
It was
putting
really
words in my mouth
obvious. We
because
have
you're
the
wrong.
receipts here. So,
Because you're wrong.
dinosaur fossils do exist, and dinosaurs existed. It's also weird that you claimed dinosaurs never existed, but here you are
Never
talking about
existed.
that there are dinosaur fossils, but
I never
not
said that.
dinosaur
You
bones.
said that.
So you've
You
admitted that
said
dinosaurs do exist. We're
you
making
said
very good progress here, John.
you said you have a dinosaur fossil. You said you have a fossil. I said dinosaurs never
I don't have
existed.
a dinosaur fossil, but I do have a
Okay.
fossil. It's right over
Okay.
there if you want
No,
me to go get
you
it.
have something that would through acid, whatever, and fuse itself into a rock. Ooh, big deal. Somebody could have made
What
that
does
and
that
just
mean?
threw it in the ground. Yeah, exactly.
I
What does
have
that mean?
something that went through
How
acid
can you
and
prove
formed
that
a
it's
rock. Ooh,
factual?
big deal. John,
Yeah.
you don't I think the list of things that you know could probably be counted on one hand. Based on the way you described that,
Well, the list of
I
things that
think
you
the
know
total
are
number of
fake.
real world
You're
facts
preaching
that
fake
you possess
news.
in your skull could probably be counted on one hand.
So can yours. So can yours. You're very uneducated. You have no common
No,
sense.
I have two diplomas. I could go
Doesn't
get
matter what
those
you
too
have. That doesn't
if
mean
you
you're
want to check
smart.
those out.
That doesn't make you smart. Those
The
diplomas made you
question,
smart.
no, you did not claim
Yeah.
that I was not smart. You claimed that I
Well,
wasn't
you're claiming I'm not
educated. See,
smart.
this is that moving the
You just said I
goalpost
wasn't
thing that
smart.
you did earlier,
Why would I?
where
Why
you
would I agree
claim,
that you're
you
smart?
say there are
Just
no
because you
dinosaur
went to college
fossils, but there are
and got
dinosaur
educated by
fossils. So
other
you change it
idiots?
to dinosaur bones. Then you say I'm uneducated, but no, I'm actually
No, you're not
twice
educated. You have no
formally
education
educated.
because you
And then
believe
you
in
say,
nonsense.
yeah, but that doesn't mean you're smart. But we weren't talking about smart, John.
Well, you're insulting me. So you're calling me. You're saying that I'm
I
not
haven't
smart.
insulted you in a while,
You just says
actually.
I can't say five things on my hand. That's an insult. You don't even know when you're insulting people.
That's not what I said. So
You said
you
something
kind of
close
made
to
my
that. You know
point,
what you
but
said.
that's not what I said.
You know what you said. You know what you said. Come on. You know what you said. Come on,
Yes,
stop
I
it.
do know what I said.
Stop
You
it.
don't know what I said
You
because
dream of
what you
dinosaurs at
said
night?
is not what I said.
You dream of dinosaurs, of one day finding a dinosaur bone?
No.
Oh, okay. You should. I mean, why don't you go look for dinosaur bones and find one?
Don't tell me
Go
what to
find a
do, John.
dinosaur bone.
Okay. Anyways,
How come you
so
can't touch a dinosaur bone?
there are fossils of dinosaurs in museums. There are
They're
fossils of
fake.
all kinds
There's
of
no
things. You
fossils
could
of the don't
probably go and find a fossil within 100 miles of where you live. It wouldn't be that hard.
That's not
So,
the
do
same
you
as
just
finding dinosaur bones and putting gigantic creatures
yeah,
together,
nobody said that
hundreds
they
of
were
them.
bones. They're fossils. So, John,
No, they find
do
bone.
you
No, you see,
deny
like
the
they find bone.
existence of fossils?
They find bone teeth
I,
from a tooth. They make a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like, oh, we found a tooth.
no, we
Oh, here's a
actually have
claw.
multiple more than 90% complete
All right, did they ever
Tyrannosaurus
find a
Rex
full
specimens.
dinosaur? A
What
hundred
if we
percent.
find all but one of its bones?
But how do you know what
And
it
by
is?
bones, I mean fossils.
How would you know what
What?
it was? If you find one bone, how do you know what that is?
I
You're just
said
making
all
shit up.
but one bone.
You're making it up
You are very bad at listening.
because you're not making any sense. I know what you're trying to say. I heard your story a
No,
hundred times.
this makes perfect sense.
It
You
makes
either
no
can't
sense.
understand it or you aren't
You
listening.
don't. Well, you want to make.
Neither one of those bodes very well for you.
You
So
want
John,
me. You want to
John,
believe that
time
I
out.
don't understand your nonsense.
Whatever. We're just going to
That's what it
completely
is.
start over, okay?
It's your
We're
nonsense.
going to completely start over. Okay? Do you deny the existence of any fossils on the planet?
Well, what I think happens is that you have certain animals that, they I guess they die and they fuse into a rock, and guys go in the ground, pick up these rocks and see little shapes and say things that they've discovered this great thing. But it's probably nothing that special. Carbon dating is not accurate.
No,
It's
we're
not
not talking about
100%
carbon
accurate.
dating. We're not
Well, then how
talking
do they
about
date?
carbon dating.
How did they date it for 66 million years? If it's
They
not
certainly
accurate.
don't use carbon dating, but that is not
Well, then how do you date
the
it? How do
topic
you
at
know that
hand.
it's 60 million years old?
We can get to that in a little bit, but instead of you just changing the subject and moving the goalpost for the 50 millionth time, we're going to just stick on one thing. Okay? So there are animals that die and become fossilized sometimes. It sounds like you agree that that happens, right?
No. Animals bones and bodies decompose. They don't become fossilized.
Okay, so but you
Like
claimed that
fish,
they
when fish
do
die in the sea,
fossilize. You say
they
that they
decompose.
fuse and turn into a rock, which was your very silly
No,
way of
well,
saying like
that's
what a fossil is or
certain
whatever.
things, not animals like mammals and fish and birds. They decompose and disappear, or they get eaten by other animals. They don't
Yeah,
fossilize
not all the time. Okay, so my question
all the
earlier
time.
when I said, do
All
you
the time.
deny the existence of any fossils on the planet? You didn't say yes, but now it sounds like you are saying yes. So
No, I'm
what's
not.
the answer,
The
John?
circle of
Do you
life
think that
is
there are any fossils?
decomposition.
John,
There
do
are
you think
fossils,
that
but
there are
they're
any
not mammals.
fossils?
They're probably like who knows what they are, but they're
John,
not like
stop
they don't
rambling.
prove
This
the
is a
existence
yes
of
or no
dinosaurs.
question.
Yeah, but a fossil
Stop
doesn't
rambling.
prove the existence of a dinosaur. I know where you're trying to get
A
to. That's not.
fossil of a dinosaur would. Okay. The question is very simple. Do you flat out deny that fossils of anything at all exist? Go ahead and unmute yourself and answer the question.
The fossils that they find are written by these people who go to college to get stupid degrees like anthropology and write bullshit. So you believe it that they didn't waste their time in college. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, okay, so that's your conspiracy
Basically what it
theorist
is, right?
claim, but it's not an answer to the question. The question was, do you
I
deny the
don't know. I've
existence
never
of
found a
any fossil on
fossil.
our planet?
I've seen
Oh, you're
things in
rambling. I'm going to take my
museums.
headphones off because whatever you're going to say is irrelevant, and I'm going to go grab something and
Well,
be
what
right
you say
back.
is irrelevant too. I mean, basically, what you're doing is you're defending people who write bullshit articles because you believe it, because you think you have an education, but you really don't. You have some kind
Ugh.
of bullshit belief
Oh
in
my God, you're still
science,
talking? What are you even talking about?
right? Because you are closing your ears to it because you know I'm right. You're closing
I
your ears to
asked you
your
a I
ignorance.
asked you a specific question and you wouldn't
I
answer it.
answered it. I said
And then
that.
I
I
just
says
went
I
to
don't
go and
believe. I says
grab
I've never
something
seen a
real quick.
fossil. I've never seen anything. All I have to do is trust some jerk who went to college.
Okay, so you can shut up once again. So I have several fossils, but all of them except for this one, right? So these are fossilized mosasaur teeth. Okay, so
How do you know they're
right here, fossilized.
real? Did you find
How
them?
do I know
Did you
what?
buy them? Did you pay
I
for them?
didn't find them. No.
Did you pay for them?
Yes,
Okay, who did you pay to get them?
a geologist.
Oh, where did he get them? So you
He
actually
found
paid
them.
some guy for a rock? How much did you pay for it?
Oh my God, John, you're very
You should have
stupid.
bought Bitcoin. You
John,
would have
I
did
could make
better
this John, I could make this claim for literally anything at all.
who paid for a rock. Ah. See, you're not
Yes,
that smart, bro.
John, you are spewing your idiotness to everybody with this
Guys, would
claim.
you pay for
John,
a rock? You
yeah,
bought a fossil?
it's
Oh
funny
man,
that you
I
think
feel
it's
bad
funny,
for
but
you.
like whatever.
It is
John,
funny.
I could make this claim when it comes to
Somebody sold you
anything.
a
Do you
rock.
take any prescriptions, for example? Do you take any
No, I'm sure you
prescriptions?
do. I'm sure you do.
I
Somebody
don't.
sold you a rock. Did you ever take economics in college? Do you have one of those
Okay,
degrees in
so
economics? You probably would have spent your money better.
so quit changing the subject. So
Oh,
you seriously don't take any medications at all?
no, why would I?
I don't know. There's all kinds of reasons for people to do it.
Are you on
So somebody
medication?
told me
What med do you
that they
take?
take a medication, and I said to them, "Where'd you get that medication from? Did you make it?" No, I bought it. Oh, from where? a
Well, what
pharmacy.
medication
Oh,
are
so
you
you
on?
just played right into the system. That thing you're taking doesn't even do anything. It
What
doesn't do
medication are
anything
you on?
at all. And all you did was pay the big pharma company money
Bro,
that
I'm
you
not the
earned so
one who
that they
bought a
could keep
rock.
perpetuating this lie.
I didn't buy a
That
rock.
is the
You
line
bought a
of
rock.
reasoning that you
How much did you
use.
pay for
You
that
don't
rock?
use evidence, you just use conspiracy
All right.
theories and claims.
How
You
much did you
don't
pay for
back
that
any of
rock?
your claims up.
How much did you pay for the rock?
Not much.
What's not much? $10, $100.
John, I'm not a material whore like you might be. Okay, so I don't talk about how much money I spend on things. So
Well, I
I
just
think
want to see
maybe
just how
maybe
foolish
maybe
you
act
are.
a little more pious and humble. Okay,
You would have been better taking the money from that rock and put it in your gas tank. That's what that rock is worth.
I have plenty of money. I have enough money to buy fake rocks and put gas in my car. Apparently,
That's good. All right, bro, I gotta go. Thanks for letting me on your live
yeah,
stream.
yeah, you do
No,
because you
no,
got
no.
nothing,
Okay, so do you. Yeah,
John.
you gotta go.
You're by far the stupidest person I've ever talked to. I
You're
just want
you're
you
the
to know
biggest
that.
dummy I know.
Okay, goodbye.